Hi everybody, this is another What's Next quick video and it's an update about what's going on here on my little garden area here in North County, San Diego in Duluth Canyon, and that's in California. I want to show you all how the basil is ready to start making good pesto. I do that every year, which lasts me a long time. I have some Tahitian squash. I put 2 of them in the ground and they're going like wildfire. I have peppers that need to go in the ground here. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I use my compost in like a compost slurry, compost tea, before I put my other plants in here, and I'm going to be doing that coming up soon after I put the shade cloth and everything on the garden here. So without further ado, let's get to talking about all of that with the video turned around the other way. Super happy with the passion fruit that I've got from the nursery at the farmer's market, and these had already bloomed, and I will post a little bloom right about now. This is what this passion fruit looked like when those 2 bloomed. There are a lot more flowers on here. This rhubarb has come back alive. It's resurrected itself from absolutely nothing, and I believe some of this will probably be going to farmer's market this coming Saturday. And we have a beautiful bumper crop of Concord grapes growing in here, and they're looking really nice size for this young of grape. And it is that time of year where we start really getting a little worried about things drying out, and what we're seeing out there is not clouds, it's not fog, it's smoke. And that gets scary when you smell that and you see a giant canyon and you see all of that chaparral out there. Those things get roaring, you got to get out of here. So that is a little spooky, but it isn't something I'm too concerned about because it is a vegetation fire, and it is somewhere on the base at Camp Pendleton, and they've got a whole crew of people who do nothing but watch those sorts of things there. So we're pretty safe, just Smokey. I'm going to have to start eating this lettuce here real soon because it's going to be bolting and turning into seed. That's okay. I have several that are going to be going to seed anyway. And then what I like to do is just pick up the lettuce like this and go through it, make sure I'm not taking anything too crazy with me back in the trailer. And since this is all organic and there's no bugs around here, that's a good bunch of romaine. That's called freckled romaine. And then I like this curly lettuce. It's also fun to eat. It's got a nice hearty chew to it, and so I'll cut some of this, and this too will try to turn into some flour, and I just kind of go through it and make sure I pick out anything that's a little suspicious like that, and put that in my bowl and pick another one like this. Here's another couple of them. And just take the lettuce that's in the bottom part there, and I'll go through this again in my trailer in my sink, and then roll it through my little salad spinner thing, and have a really healthy portion of this curly lettuce for dinner tonight. So there it is. That's my salad for this evening. You can see the number of grapes that are underneath this as well. That's amazing how many grapes are underneath this vine. And then here are the peppers and everything that are going to be going into the garden. And they all need water right now. And it's another day here in North County, San Diego, Duluth Canyon, and that's in California. This is the shade cloth that will be I'll put a little bit more. I think I'm going to extend it this year and redo my whole strawberry thing. They're looking pretty sorry. So I'm going to clean this part up and then add to this wild structure over here another panel of shade cloth so I can get these strawberries healthy again. This is what happens here in this little canyon right in here. It gets nice and warm. It is cooking right now only because there's no breeze, and when it does come through here, it goes straight up draft right through the way this canyon is. And it's great for like Mediterranean growing purposes, like this basil, which I'm starting my yearly basil stash, which I just start taking the tops off of these two basil, actually 4 basil plants here, and with pine nuts and then lemon and a little bit of basil and extra virgin olive oil and Parmesan cheese, and that makes a wonderful pesto. So this is all of the coriander or the cilantro seed that I grow, and I grow enough to grow cilantro all year long. I can pick pieces if I want to seed a little bit of cilantro, and actually I should be planting another little patch now if I want to get fresh cilantro for a salad or maybe a salsa or something like that. So that's what this little part of the garden's looking like now, and the shade cloth is up. And this Tahitian squash here is amazing. It grows and grows, and I don't know how the camera focuses in between the mesh and the actual plants, so I may have to take us inside to look at that a little bit better. And the infamous goju berry, or goji berry. If I say that wrong, I probably have got some sort of aversion for it now, because it better be really, really tasty, because I know it has these ruthless little thorns on it. And the older they get, the more treacherous those thorns look. I think I have a picture of one that's quite mature, and that will be quite a contrast. This one here, I'm just training between these two tomato trellises. They're going back and forth. So when it decides to grow berries, it can stay right there. Well, I thought I'd end this video with a quick view of another smoky evening here, and a look at what this Tahitian squash is doing here, like growing about a foot a day in all directions. So this is an amazing squash. They get to about 10 pounds. They get really big. They're a real big squash. That's why you don't see them in the market, because they are super big. So they'll be fun. Stay tuned to watch for these. So stay tuned for other things too here on What's Next here in Duluth Canyon. And thanks again for the new subscribers for watching the video today. Bye.